I'm Ali Mortimer at Heal Yourself Happy and welcome to my kitchen. Today I'm going to be showing you how to do what I feel is a delicious snack but also a brilliant condiment to so many different meals, and we're going to do pickled cucumbers. This are also really good for your tummy, for your gut health. Fermented foods are something you should introduce into your diet as much as possible. Try and eat something fermented at least once a day. Really good for your microbiome, which are our good gut bacteria and which are the source of our good health, our immunity. And there's also been this amazing research to talk about how our heads and our tummies work together. So if you've got good gut health, you've got good brain health. And I also know that if you've got good stuff going on in your mind, it can also make sure that you've got good tummies too. So let's get started. So I've got some of these amazing little, they're called Persian cucumbers, so they're not very big at all. And I got them from my local farm food shop. So I've been cutting these up into quarters. So I've just got a few more here to chop up. Just cut them, sorry, you can't see that. Just quarter them, throw them in a bowl. And these are gonna last for about a month in the fridge when you've done them. So you can just pick them out and eat them as a yummy afternoon snack if you wish, or you can chop them up more finely and make a lovely relish with them, or you can just slice them again and pop them on your burgers if that's what you want to do. Right, so I've chopped all of those up. There's about 500 grams there of chopped up Persian cucumbers. I'm just gonna let those go to one side. The next thing we are going to do is start doing the watery solution that is going to, which is going to help ferment them. So what do we need to put in here? We need to put some water in. So we need 750 mils of water. Excuse me for a second while I get that. Now you can use, if you don't like your water at home, then make sure that you used filtered water. I don't think ours is too bad here. So there we go. 750 mils of water is going in this pan, and we're going to start bringing that to the boil. Why is that not turning on? So put that in, and then we want some peppercorns, a spoon. So we're going to have 4 tablespoons of peppercorns in here. 1, 2, 3. This is just to add some yummy flavour. So 4 tablespoons of black peppercorns. Then we are going to put in 4 to 5 garlic cloves. So I've just peeled mine and just smashed them slightly. So just lean on your knife and just, squash them down slightly just to release the flavours. Garlic really good for you again as well. It's one thing that they say that you should eat to prevent cancer, really good anti-inflammatory. So pop those in there as well. So 4 to 5 garlic cloves. I put only 4 because mine were quite big. Then we are going to put some mustard seeds in. If I can get this open. We're going to put 3 teaspoons, this time 3 teaspoons of mustard seeds in. 1, 2, 3. And then we're just going to let that bring that to the boil. Meanwhile, while that's happening, I just want to show you my kiln jar. So this is just a kiln jar. You can get this again from most supermarkets, and I got this from a little shop in my local town of Ripon, and they're not too expensive. Just make sure, you don't need to sterilise or anything, just make sure it's washed nice and clean with hot soapy water and nice and dry. And then the next thing we are going to do is, chop up some, I think I've totally forgotten to put the salt in, which is probably one of the most important things. So we need to put in here, 4 tablespoons of kosher salt. Or well, it says kosher, but just any salt will do, depending on which recipe you're using. So 4 tablespoons of salt. It's going to take me a while, isn't it? 1, 2, 3. So just a nice fine salt, sea salt, whatever salt you wanted. This is just what I had to hand at the time. 4 tablespoons of salt. I think I want to go add a bit more. And just stir that up and let that dissolve and let that come to the boil. Right, meanwhile, I am going to chop up some dill. Right, so dill is a lovely flavour. There we go. Has an amazing smell. Always takes me to the seaside for some reason. So we need 4 tablespoons of chopped dill. So I'm going to chop that up. Just take the big stalk out of the middle. Again, I'm a bit of a rough and ready chef, I'm afraid. So 4 tablespoons, I reckon we might need most of this. I'm just going to chop that up nice and finely with a nice sharp knife. Oh dear, that doesn't look very much at all, so it might need a bit more than that. So I think I might have to do the whole packet. Excuse me while I do that. So just take that nasty thick stalk out from the beginning, and that's beginning to go to the boil. Can you see, just coming, all the peppercorns have come to the top. That's going to be there in a minute. Just take this nasty thick stalk out from the inside, get all that nice bits of the dill, make sure we don't waste anything. There we go, right. So chop that nice and finely. I can hear that, that's just about to boil. So as soon as it comes to the boil, we want to take it off the heat. And then what we're going to add to that is a little bit of sugar. I'm going to use xylitol because it's less, well, it's refined is not the right word, but it's a pure, more pure form of sugar. So into that I'm going to put 10 grams. It's only 10 grams, just a little bit, because just to add a little bit of sweetness. So you probably don't need to if you don't want to, but if you're going to do sweet pickles, then we'll use a little bit of sugar. Oops. Right, so 10 grams of sugar in there, and then to that we need to add some vinegar. So I'm going to use apple cider vinegar because again that's just so good in terms of it's already fermented, so I'm going to use apple cider vinegar. But if you don't have apple cider vinegar, you could quite easily just use something like white wine vinegar. So in there you need 1 litre. So I'm just going to add that with my sugar. And that's only half a litre, so I'll just have to wait. So that is just about to come to the boil. Then we're going to add the sugar and the vinegar and the dill into that. So in the meantime, what we're going to do is we're going to put the cucumbers into my kiln jar. So I'm going to put them in upright like that. I don't think I've got enough to fill the jar, but I took the last 2 from the last 2 punnets of the Persian cucumbers from the, oh no, dropped one in. You didn't see that. Right, so we're going to put those in. My jar. They look really pretty, don't you think? So put those in a jar. This has given me an idea for a present or a Christmas present for somebody. I often give jars of foods because people don't often take the time to make these. But right, there we go. So put your cucumbers in your jar like that. And then we are just going to let that... Oh, I've turned everything off. Let's turn that back on again. So that's going to come to the boil any second now. And we will put the vinegar in that, so just bear with me while it boils. Right, there we go. So you can probably, I don't know whether you can see that, but that is now nicely bubbling. And what I realised is that I'm not going to be able to put all of that vinegar into that pan. So I've just put my vinegar and my salt into a new bigger pan. Right, so that's really bubbling. Let's turn that off and then take that off. I'm going to add that to my vinegar solution. So just pour that in there. Right, then the next thing we're going to do is we are going to put this lovely chopped dill into that. I should chop it up just a little bit more. There we go. So some really lovely, oh, it really does taste me like grease or something. Anyway, put the dill in there. So 4 tablespoons of chopped dill. Mine's probably just a bit less, but I didn't buy enough. So pop that in there, and then we're going to stir that round. And then we're going to pour that over the cucumbers. And then what we're going to do after we've done that, we're going to let everything cool down. And once it's cool, you put it in the fridge. And you're going to leave it for a couple of days, and then they're fermenting. And you'll probably see some slight changes in colour of the cucumbers. And then you can start eating them. Now, if you keep them in an airtight kiln jar in your fridge, they will last for about a month. So you can use them in everything. So if you want to put them in sandwiches, as a side dish, as a relish, or just eat them as a little snack, you can do that. So right, let's see what kind of mess I can make by trying to pour this in here. It could go horribly wrong, couldn't it? Right, here we go. I'm just going to take out all the bits in the bottom. So I want to make sure that my garlic is in there, and I want to make sure that all of these peppercorns and things are in there. So just spoon that all out and push them down. Get all those. I can't get any more liquid in there, but I can definitely get a few more peppercorns and various things in there. Right, so we're just going to leave that. Oops. Going to leave that to cool. Dare I put another spoon in? There we go. I think that's probably going to be it. Otherwise, I'm going to cause a real mess and I'll get into serious amounts of trouble. So there we go. You've got some pickled cucumbers. So just leave that now. Let it cool down. When it's cool, pop it in the fridge. Now I've just noticed that if I put the lid on, it's all going to go splat, so I'm going to have to remove a little bit. So there we go, some beautiful pickled cucumbers. Let me know how you get on. I'd love to hear from you. If you're in the Heal Yourself Happy Hub, then I'll be putting the recipe cards up there along with this video. If you're not part of the Heal Yourself Happy Hub and our wonderful supportive community to become the healthiest, happiest person you know, then please go to my website, healyourselfhappy.com. Go to the online membership page and you'll be able to join us there. I look forward to hearing from you all soon.